Mm.
Okay.
Game 2.
Game 2.
Let's go. We're into game number 2 of PintxoZeuchy versus Norwegian Italian Coalition of Dreams. Of course, for those of you who missed the first game, it was the Coalition who walked away with it on the back of Ace on that basically unstoppable PL. They had a bit of a rough early laning stage. They were up against like tough lane opponents like the Viper. They had Tiny Disruptor in top lane. It wasn't looking too hot, but they managed to turn it around and immediate PL ban from PZ. They're done with it.
That's a message.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a bit of a like, you're not beating us with that shit again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Coalition would first phase the PL, but that's a clear sign from PintxoZeuchy about what they thought the problem was in this game.
Did you think the PL was the problem?
I don't think the PL was the problem so much as they didn't deal with the PL in the draft as well as I thought they could have done.
Same. I feel like
this was a
yeah, they,
17 pick
like
PL,
you said, yeah, they last picked the CM, which didn't feel very inspiring to me personally.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that the conundrum.
Yeah. Conundrum hero.
It's an interesting.
He's
ban. Is this a?
Like, Undying go brazy right now. Not gonna lie, Undying.
Oh really?
Like Undying, pretty strong hero, especially with Bracer doubling bonuses.
Oh yeah, of course. I actually forgot about that change.
Yeah, it's pretty bonkers. I was watching Insania stream the other day, and he just like rushes to Bracer on like every strike support.
Nice.
Okay, so Witch Doctor, I mean, important to note that like, I don't think he's a very good hero, but it seems like it's quite a favorite of a lot of the play, and myself included. Like, don't get me wrong, I love this hero. The only thing cool about him is his name and his accent, though. Everything else he's like kind of bad, and like the level 3, of course. I mean, I guess the cosmetics are. Dude, you know what I really want? I want the frog. I want the frog death ward.
The frog is good.
But I look at it and then I look at the price and I like can't justify it. You know what I mean? Like it's painful.
There are a few cosmetics that like that for me. I'll tell you what I am excited about. Seeing Cat on this Snapfire once again. Hopefully it'll be. I mean, obviously this could be, you know, flex to 5, could even be off lane.
Yeah.
Potentially, but
Whisper from Beast Coast vibes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not quite those specific vibes, but
oh, okay, no Whisper from Beast Coast vibes.
Definitely a star in the previous game.
Could be a mid lane. Smile.
Chris Luck vibes.
Yopach vibes.
Yopach. Oh yeah, he did get 30 kills on a Snapfire.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jakiro.
THD.
I love me some dragons. Especially the ones with 2 hits.
Any chance of an offlane disruptor potentially? Jakiro, sorry.
Oh, that would be cute as fuck. I would love that shit. It would shit on Witch Doctor too, because Jakiro is just so fucking tanky early on that you never at risk of dying, even to the conundrum.
Even to the conundrum. Wow.
Yeah.
One of the few heroes that bypasses the conundrum entirely.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't really like, you know, if you're a regular functioning member of society, right, and you walk up against Witch Doctor in lane, you would respect his doctorate in witchcraft because like that's just, you're part of his society. But you're a twin-headed dragon, like you don't follow societal norms. Like you literally have 2 hits. Like what is this piece of paper to you? You just burn it, right? It doesn't fucking matter.
I think societal norms
not
to the two-headed.
Yeah, not a concern of the 2-headed dragon either. Yeah.
Right, so a dark. I'm looking at the changes.
Interesting. This was a ban out. Like Coalition actually banned this offlaner out. So maybe PZ.
Oh really?
It's a hero maybe it's a hero that they like. So they're gonna pick it up for themselves. I mean, usually you pick Darkseer into sort of like a like not really a combo lane, but you want a melee 4. You want to run down the opposing safe lane. We haven't seen that just yet. We're gonna see Nyx ban as well, which could be a nice little combo for them. And really good against Snapfire and Jakiro, so I like that ban a lot. As for the Darkseer combos, nothing really sparks out to me at the moment except for Earth Spirit, but Earth Spirit can get really tripped up by Jakiro as well as Snapfire. The one good thing I do see about Darkseer is that there's no real way to stop someone who's searched, right? If you're searched, the ice path is very telegraphed unless this twin-headed dragon is like a god at predicting, or like just kind of preemptively places it. Like you can very much search out of a sticky situation. So
yeah, it looks like the the surge is pretty good even before the cookie as well, or after. If someone gets hit by cookie, you surge, they kind of get out of trouble. How do you feel about a clockwork this game for Pink too? Another classic Dark CLO partner.
I don't mind it. I like it a lot. It combos up well with the Witch Doctor as well because it allows the Witch Doctor to keep his distance and not have to worry about like getting all down and dirty. Yeah, I like this clockwork.
3 carry bands this
okay,
phase
one thing. Okay, wait. One argument about against clockwork is a cookie out of cogs.
Yep,
that's about it. Though.
And also, cog sets it pretty nicely for an ice path.
Yeah,
but
that's okay. You're not. If you pick clockwork here, you ain't living.
That's true.
You ain't living against this magic damage. Let's be real. What you gonna do? Rush a BKB? Come on, get a grip. Be a man. Just get in there and die or something.
Get a 50-minute shard.
Or fly out of disaster.
Yeah.
Like you create the chaos, then you just dip.
I like it.
Yeah.
Interesting. So bans on the coalition side, they banned the Nyx, and then they banned Tiny Viper. 2 of the picks for Pink.
War Chief.
Show a Centaur. Interesting.
They are like, oh, you have search. We have search for our whole fucking team. What now?
Yeah. 5 surges better than
this
1
is
surge.
drafting at its finest, actually. But one thing I am worried about is Centaur War Runner. If I realistically, if I pick Witch Doctor first phase and I see a Centaur War Runner in lane, I'm licking my fucking lips, bro. Like this guy's gonna eat shit to my Melodic. Actually,
you're licking your metaphorical chops.
Yeah, I'm fucking like I'm bringing out the doctorate and I'm hanging it behind my wall because I'm feeling good about myself. You know what I mean? What the fuck?
Feeling good, man.
Yeah, I am feeling good, man. But
nice.
No, it's mostly because Centaur War Runner is very interruptible, right? Like his Hoofstomp takes a while to wind up, and even then he always kind of has to be in melee range to sort of do whatever he wants to do. Even if and this is the scary part, even when you stampede, a nicely placed cast can really fuck up the tempo of like whatever combo you're trying to go off, right? And right now, here's the icky part. The coalition previously, PZ previously, when they drafted the Viper Disruptor first, I was like, okay, they need a carry that can go in. There's not a lot of carries that can do that. Obviously, we missed out on Tiny. Same sort of conundrum here for the coalition, right? They have Snapfire and Jakiro, 2 backline supports, which is the style that they played previously. But now they sort of have this Centaur Raw Runner who's going in. Now, when your primary initiator can get kind of disabled and like just messed around with so easily, that kind of just like dampens the impact of your initiate, right? So he's gonna have to really try and find a good angle to catch them unawares. Of course, the instant disables, it's never gonna be a bad thing. They pick out Shadow Shaman with the instant Hex Shackles as well as the Dragon Knight with the stun. Yeah, I mean,
I was gonna mention that the first three picks for PintxoZeuchy looking a bit squishy, but obviously DK kind of nullifies that point. Probably a mid lane DK and the Void coming out.
Oh, that's interesting, actually. You have so much hard lockdown on the side of PZ that I wonder whether this Void is like a bit suicidal. There's so many ways to keep this Void locked down as well.
A lot of long range. I mean, 3 forms of long range. Certainly, you have Cask, you have Hex, and you have Shackles. All of which can potentially be casted from outside the Chronosphere.
I feel you can really fuck with this Void, right? Like, so the thing I do see is that it gives the Jakiro and the Snapfire a really easy way to just drop their ultis in and do a lot of damage. Now the issue is whoever's not caught in the Chrono can really fuck with the side of Coalition.
Yeah.
Right? Like, as long as you stay spread out and stay like kind of split, the Dragon Knight can throw in a Dragon Tail stun onto the Void. The Sarah Shaman can throw in a Hex. The Darkseer can blink to the backline and can even vacuum people into the Chrono. Just to fuck with them.
Ooh, yeah.
Right.
Right.
Could be cool. Could be
nice.
I'm interested to see what the last pick is for PZ here.
No saves on PintxoZeuchy though, which is a thing to watch out for. No saves. You do have pseudo save, obviously, as we've been talking about, but no Oracle, no SD, none of this kind of stopping a hero from getting gone on in Chrono.
Yeah.
they're going to have to go straight for the Void himself.
I'm quite excited for this last pick because they see the Centaur and they see the probably Snapfire, right? So they have a Witch Doctor to pair up. They can pick a lot of strong laning carries to really do in the Centaur Snap. And I feel like if you don't give like... Okay, so as much as Cat had amazing cookies in that last game, a lot of it was sort of set up by the fact that Creme de la Creme was just this immovable object, right? And who can just kind of go in and not be scared. Now, that's a lot scarier if your Centaur starts to fall behind, right? This hero is not one that has really good comeback mechanics, has to take a lot of space on the map if he wants to farm up and get back to relevance, and he can be very susceptible. There it is, baby! I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love CK. I feel like, you know, Ion Shell gonna make those illusions even stronger if he goes for the Axe. He has 2 nice strength melee cores to go in. He can really rip apart the Faceless Void before things even happen. Can pull him out of the Chrono. Can bully the Centaur Wall Runner. Can go on these backline supports. And man, CK, good pick here. I like it a lot. Can dispel whatever Jakiro... Oh.
The damage in Chrono is going to be insane for the Coalition.
Yeah, Lupo's gonna lay a lot of waste. Now, I can't tell whether this new Zeus is better or worse than the previous one because they did remove static field, right?
Yeah.
So he's doing a considerable less amount of damage, but in return, he gets a nice little hop to get out of danger. Now, I'm not sure how good this hop is going to be in the grand scheme of things because they have so much instant disable, but we're going to have to see as we get...
So much jump.
Yeah. Okay, cosmetics wise, this is an easy peasy win, even though this Dragon Knight is the ugliest thing I've seen in like my entire life. Like
I like the Aegis themed CK. That's pretty sick. I haven't seen that set before. This DK.
Dude, everyone on the Coalition looking a bit bare, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean it's just like a default Centaur, Jakiro, Snap. The Faceless Void set is okay, but it looks a little old. And
yeah.
Lupo loving the bare chest on the Zeus. Although has covered it up a bit with the shoulder piece. So, you know.
That's fine. He gets a pass because it's a new Immortal, right? You just want to get the mileage out of that as soon as possible.
You just want to get it.
Oh, but look at Bananas on that Darkseer, man. I think he we have to keep in mind that this Darkseer was banned out. Now, I only recognize Bananas for his position 4 play, but like he really put on quite... I mean, he was pretty solid on that Spirit Breaker in the previous game, so I'm excited to see what he can do on his banned out Darkseer here. Now, Bear on that Witch Doctor as well. It's gonna remain to be seen whether they fall for the conundrum, but here's the thing about the Witch Doctor conundrum. It is further exemplified, or rather extended if you have a strong laning carry, and that is definitely what CK is. As we get into game number 2 of PZ versus the Norwegian Italian Coalition of Dreams. Game 1 saw the Coalition take it over with a beautiful PL pick. Wait, is this working? Hello? Camera? There we go. Okay, so let's introduce the teams without further ado. It's gonna be on the mid, Pony Ride on this ugly Dragon Knight. Unfortunately, not the most handsome, but you know, there's a twin-headed dragon on the other side. Someone needs to slay him, so it's gonna be on him from the mid lane. Mod on that CK carry. Grazing Edge looks to be on this position for Rasta, and Bananas on the Darkseer on this off lane, and last but not least, Bear on the Witch Doctor, the man with the doctorate, licking his chops.
I think Stick on the Witch Doctor, very interesting.
Interesting.
On the dark side, we got the Coalition. We've got Ace, obviously took over the game last time on his PL.
Oh,
gonna get
might not take over here if he starts to get and skills up. Okay, here's the coconut though that's still trying to do, and the bouncers walks back into him, and here comes the damage. Chaos Bolt tossed out and finished off is Ace. Bananas draws the first blood and a nice little decisive move from the side of PZ to start the game off with a bang.
Yeah, very nice stuff. Well, let me finish introducing this team. I'm so rudely interrupted. We've got Cat on the Snapfire, already got 5 charges on that Magic Stick. JBS Jakiro going to that bot lane. We got Lupo on the Zeus in the mid lane, obviously. Played the puck last game, had a pretty good performance. And then Creme de la Ukraine on the Centaur Warrunner. There is a bounty room being left on bot. Is that intentional?
Is this a bug? Because bounty runes don't spawn here anymore. I think it's a bug.
That is a bug.
It is a bug.
Right.
It is a bug.
Oh,
yeah, they literally don't spawn there anymore, so I'm pretty sure it's a bug, but a bit strange. I think this mid lane is gonna be very resident sleeper, so let's not look at this. I think top lane though, it could have potential for a lot of chaos, especially since didn't get the cookie early on. I think that might have saved Ace there, but it was a nice coconut as well from Bear to finish him off.
Hold on, how are you telling me there's gonna be chaos in the top lane when bot lane we literally have a Chaos Knight and also the Conundrum to deal with?
Oh, that's true, but the Conundrum is taking a while, right? It has to be level 3, so we're waiting a while for that. Like, okay, so you're licking your chops at this center wall runner, but really it's in preparation. It's like a good steak dinner, you know. You need to wait for it to warm up. It's not warmed up just yet. He's still preheating the microwave. I don't know.
Oh, you're microwaving a steak dinner.
I don't fucking know. I'm just throwing out words.
Dude,
my words are not making sense. Yeah. I'm just throwing them out.
My steak dinner is currently being cooked by a world-class chef.
No, a world-class doctor. A world-class doctor.
Oh yeah, of course.
Is cooking my steak.
Yeah. Anyway, top lane. Grazing Edge could be in a little bit of trouble.
Literally fine.
Yeah, no cookie yet on Cat. Maybe a little bit more XP have the cookie landing onto Grazing Edge. Could be in trouble, but at the moment.
So one of the interesting things we saw recently in the DPC regional finals as well is as we miss a kill on the bot lane, literal chaos. And the Conundrum comes to honor. That's the Conundrum, baby. I called it. Bear. That's the steak dinner done and dusted. That's a quick microwave dinner, if I've ever seen one. Okay, Ace tanking a bit of damage. One thing that this lane does have going for it here is the fact that, you can keep him locked down in the shackles, and this Time Walk isn't going to do a lot against the constant damage over time of this Ion Shell. So it's going to be tough for Ace to stay alive in this lane, especially after tanking that early death.
Yeah.
I think the point I was trying to make about Shadow Shaman is he's so strong at trading that we've even seen him being played in position 5, right? Historically, this hero, his weakness in the early game is like if he gets gone on, it's a bit difficult. But you have to imagine if you try and go on him here, you have a Dark Seer to run through with an Iron Shell just ticking away, right? It's so difficult to really get your hands on him.
Yeah, this is a very strong lane coming out from PintxoZeuchy, I think. This obviously Shadow Shaman, as you mentioned, one of the best sort of early game damage dealers from the right click, and then just the Darkseer to buff up with the Iron Shell and also to take all these creeps. So
okay, this could get a bit scary here because Mod has 2 mangoes to work with. They could really go in here. Bear is just inches away from his level 3, but opts to go right now. Double stun, Conundrum out in full force. Here comes the stun, only level 1, but here is the Chaos Strikes coming in hot and heavy. Bear taking quite a bit of damage. JBS under the tower though. Throws out the dual breath, wants to lay in the waste, but that's only level 1. That's not gonna do enough. And the stun is gonna take down the twin-headed dragon. That is not what you wanted to happen. And now, and once again, the Conundrum opening is available. His melody is up. He can just walk up and stun this centaur, and he could be in a lot of trouble. Mod still has a mango to work with. Okay.
I think he's playing it safe here though. Bear recognizes that they're ahead in this lane at the moment, I think, and doesn't want to let sort of
look at this
Ukraine get a free kill.
Bear, 2 healing salves.
Ooh, Grazing Edge in trouble on top lane.
Okay, some
Ace
action.
well.
Ace
Nice
falling a little low,
walk.
but nice time walk. They take down Grazing Edge, but so much damage coming out. Can
trouble,
Surge
though.
himself forward. Surge, amigo.
He's worried about the time dilation, but I think you just need to surge there.
Yeah, that was a bit awkward. I mean, time dilation's already out, right? You can just surge. It doesn't really change anything. Missing a crucial kill there onto Ace, and he manages to pick one up for free in the top lane, basically.
Yeah, nice for Ace. He's going pretty even with Bananas here. I guess that's sort of what we expected. Darkseer not exactly the type of hero to sort of contest an Eyes Onto Tower after you push in with Iron Shell.
Yeah.
You're kind of more content just to get your farm and try and find some, maybe try and find some kills. But
yeah, I think Darkseer, like as a hero, he's so
nice time after that.
It's really difficult for him in the early stages, right? That's where he struggles the most. But like if you can get through those scot-free, that's when you can really start to ramp up your farm with the high levels in Iron Shell, just pushing out the wave. Conundrum, baby!
Conundrum time. Yep, another kill. This bot lane really going heavily in favor of PintxoZeuchy.
Yeah, remember what I was saying? His lips are most definitely moisturized right now, the way he's licking them. Okay, Midas. Cat managing to get the kill. I think it was pretty significant that they managed to get the kill on Grazing Edge though, because it's like just that little additional bit in Ace's pocket, right? Faceless Void is not historically a hero that, I mean, even now, not really a hero that farms very fast. And like he was forced to go for the Morbid Mask early on to like just survive the lane, right? So any bit of like small injection of net worth is very important. Speaking of net worth, quick look at it right now. Pony Ride and Lupo neck in the mid lane as expected. Ace in a bit of trouble here, but coming forward, there's the vacuum and the time walk. Grazing Edge taking quite a bit of damage. Scatter Blast out as well. But Banana's running forward fiercely. Maybe he has to be a bit careful as 12 sticks to work with. I'm gonna be a-okay, but they need to be a bit careful. Ace is starting to pack a punch.
Yep, and this is what you get when you have a Faces Forward. You know, did take that death early on, but now is looking pretty good as the early Morbid Mask. Gonna get the treads next. Oh, they do get the shackles on him.
Okay.
Nice intro by Cat.
Yeah, Cat just on point with these cookies, but here comes the damage from the Ion Shell. Can they do enough? Grazing Edge surged away. Nicely done from Bananas. A few kills missed in the bot side as we take a look at top, but it's gonna be a trade back and forth. Both supports. Yeah, both supports just trading out there. What I assume is a bit of a conundrum. Yep, once again, Maledict out.
A bit of a conundrum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look at Mort. He's sitting so pretty
Mort,
on this CK.
Heavily on.
Level 6 already. To the previously level 5, but like he's just cleaning up shop in this lane.
Yeah, almost has the Helm of Iron Will, so after that will be hitting pretty.
Okay.
We'll stun down in.
He should be okay though. Pops the ulti to purge it. Here comes the Conundrum. No mana.
No
but he's still hitting away. Yeah, Cram. Cram. I don't know about that one.
Ooh, last tick.
In the wise words of Witch Doctor, you should stick a bone in it because you're fucking done, my friend. Crim de la Ukraine, that was not the move. Like, I think you reached a point with Centaur where it's always this kind of a situation in the bot lane, or rather in the off lane with Centaur. If you're stronger than them, you can stand there and tank the kids, but this is a CK who's over leveled. Sure, you got him to pop the ult and he doesn't have mana, but you have a Maledict ticking on you, and Witch Doctor only has one play, my friend.
Yep, and that is the conundrum that we spoke about.
Yeah.
And he executes it to perfection. I mean, it's not like it requires a great deal of skill, but
no, but
if you don't respect it, you're in a bit of danger.
Yeah, and obviously PZ, you know, they're great executors of this conundrum because they first picked this Witch Doctor. Definitely a really strong showing from Uh-Oh Bear here and early dominance from him and Mort in this bot lane.
Shadow Shaman rotation to the mid lane.
Okay, nice little gang. Grazing Edge has the shackles, popping the Dragon Form a little late though. Lupo in this route, no way. No way he gets out of this alive. He's taking away to the poison damage. Can he die? Oh, the last tick! That was 1-6 HP? No way! He gets out of that situation and Grazing Edge is the one to fall. What a lucky in this room for Lupo. And the tower regen coming in clutch for him as well. Meanwhile, Banana's taken out in the top lane.
Ride.
Oh, but they managed to take out Creme de la Creme. Pony Ride just makes the most of that ultimate and
doesn't dwell on his loss.
That was close. The Zeus throws out the ulti to try and finish off Mort, but had herself running on that CK. Meanwhile, on the top side, they did expend Chrono to take out Bananas there. I believe he threw out the wall in response as well, but Ace really starting to ramp up on this Faceless Void. Sure, it's not really looking that way in terms of the net worth, but he's making quite a good game for himself at the moment.
Yeah, and I mean, this is kind of the situation that we saw last game. You have Ace, you know, top of his team, but the difference in this game is that he's not. I mean, Coalition have a much better. No, sorry, PintxoZeuchy have a much better scaling lineup. I think they're not just insta lose the late game like they did last time.
Indeed.
And Ace, while he does have some stacks to farm here, he's not as far ahead as he was last game. Last game he had a completely free early game. This time he's been contested a little more, and while he is getting a good start, it's nowhere near as free for him, I think.
I'm just excited to see what the build is because now like Orchid is a very good carry item. There's also like, I don't know whether he's gonna default back into the MOM Maelstrom. We're reaching a point where Bananas, he's just cutting the wave and not much you can do about this Darkseer unless you have the Chrono up, which he doesn't at the moment. And yeah, the lanes are just gonna calm down after that brief intermission of like non-stop action. A bit unfortunate there for, once again, Lupo almost falling in the mid lane. It was a really nice rotation, all things considered, from the Shadow Shaman. But I do have to wonder what, like Pony Ride, he was waiting on that Dragon Form out quite a bit.
Oh, Stampede?
Yeah, Stampede. But Conundrum, you need the... You're not TP out of this one. You're dead.
Yep, last tick, gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean...
That's a Stampede.
Yeah,
as well.
I really have to wonder, like, you pick this centaur. Okay, so a lot of the times, I mean, in the draft, we're very clearly seeing the emphasis is on the draft, like, what is a good pick for the game. Oh, the coconut straight into Midas R! And there is the Maledict, the Macropire to cover, but she's most definitely deceased. Even if she wanted a TP, couldn't make it back in time, and another kill on the board for PZ. Uh-oh, Bear, racking him up.
And more 4, 0, and 5 on the CK. Been a part of every single kill so far for PintxoZeuchy, and currently 9-4 up, 2k lead. Looking like a very nice start for them, especially compared to how they started. I mean, they did also start last game pretty good, but this one looking even better.
They see Grazing Edge here, the Hex out, but Lupo gonna toss out the nice little... Oh, that was really nice from Lupo. Did you see that?
Is he dead hit?
Oh, Pony Right has the blink. That's the reveal, and Ace needs to get out of this situation. Could be scary. Bananas catches his hands on him, but nice little return kill. Oh, yes, there is. They're trying to do damage onto Bananas, but this is a tanky Darkseer. There is Cat with the Mortimer's Kisses raiding in from the back though, and that's gonna be a kill onto Bananas. Inching a bit too far forward. Nice little TP response for Cat there, and makes the Kisses count.
By the two players on Coalition just saying, okay, yeah.
Oh, Bear. Cat is gonna stop for a moment. Conundrum time, Maledict, and instantly the Death Ward. It's not gonna last for long, but Ace, have you got a bit too far forward, my friend? Lupo with the stun out. Time Walk not available. On the last hit, where is it? The blink. Punch, there it is. Oh, the animation was coming out just then too. The Pony Right with the blink dagger. Yeah, I can't help but feel like, I don't know. I mean, I was gonna... Okay, Mod. He's there, he's hungry, and he's gonna eat this Zeus for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Has enough to share with Pony Ride as well. And Mod, he's gonna convert this.
Right,
yeah, not microwaved by any doctors here. That's just a good meal overall. And Mod is just gonna take this top tower, and this CK is starting to ball out of control. 5.7k net worth here. Really the big beneficiary of this like non-stop chaos in the top lane. Ace, you know, he threw out that chrono, got a nice kill, but have to wonder whether he overextended there. They send the full force out of PZ onto the top side, and once again, it's the instant disables coming to play, right?
I mean, he did almost get out though. You know, just like solo HP, almost had the time walk. It was in the middle of casting it while Pony Ride was able to blink up and get the final hit in. And it doesn't look like it's going to be the Mask of Madness Maelstrom, as you were perhaps alluding to.
Yep.
Oh, now, can you tell me what this Ancient Ice Shaman Ancient Creep does?
Absolutely not. I can't, because Kremlin or Ukraine die at the moment. Oh, no mana for the stun on CK, which means that Centaur Runner gets away scot-free and whoops out. Mod knows. A smoke up, interesting move, because they don't actually have mana on this CK. So even if you wanted a Phantasm, yeah, I think it's better off it just goes back to farm.
I think potentially looking for a move with the ulti on the DK ready to pop, but yeah, TK not in a fighting mood. It looks like they might turn their attention to this tier 1 on the bot lane.
Yeah, they're sort of out of outer towers to go for, right? Except for this bottom one. So yeah, Pony Ride just gonna pop it. I like this build from him. Just Soul Ring, Blink Dagger, Bracer, like Chad.
Yep, that's just the. I mean, call it boring, but I mean it's boring.
They see the smoke out. They know Ace is farming this. They need to be so careful. Here comes the Ice Path out as well. They don't actually have any vision spotting this out, but Bear with a nice ward over here. Spots out that Ace is farming this, and now the Void can't really fight it. I mean, he has the Chrono up, but okay. They have the Kisses as well, and the Macropire. Here they come. Okay, Pony Ride caught within the Chrono. Here comes the Kisses as well, but the Vacuum out, and Pony Ride gets the stun off. Here comes the Illusions. Are they enough? Bashing up, but the Time Walk is enough. And meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, they managed to take down JBS on the back line. And Mod is starting to clean up house. Lupo has to run, but they managed to take down Ace yet again. This faces Void. Getting hit up by his own illusion. Nicely done from Bananas. Just kind of clearing the way a little. Could have realistically really been caught in that Chrono, which would have been quite a disaster for them. But really nicely done from Mod. He manages to pick out the Jakiro. Means no Macropire into that out. And Creme de la Ukraine. Like we said, this Centaur, when you start to fall behind, you need so much space on the map to farm back. He's starting to get it though. Not very nice on the net worth chart. But working his way towards that Blink Dagger. It's going to be pivotal for their fight.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge timing. I think that they might want to make a move on. Just having that initiation that's not just... Because, I mean, their only fighting has been really based off of Ace's Chrono as... Let me see, Bear find a kill onto Cat.
Yeah, they're not even done just yet. No, that was not the conundrum. That was just the good old hoo hoo ha ha tung 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 tung
Wait,
tung.
there's a... Oh yeah, you were doing the death order. I thought you were doing sniper there, and I was like, there's not a sniper in this game. But
Oh, how was that sniper?
oh haha, I thought it was
okay.
that. But
No,
yeah,
no.
still the snakes for grazing edge. Could they potentially look for this tier 2?
I think they're just trying to pressure. Because they know the rest of the side are split right now. They see Ace in this mid lane. Oh, they're
Ace,
converging.
everybody.
Oh, there was the timer already. Oh no, here comes
Oh,
the
they do
blink.
have to follow
Oh,
up.
but there it is. The stuns. The stuns. We talked about this over and over again. They dropped up 4 really clean almost instant disables, and they just keep picking Ace off. I mean, he's keeping up in terms of net worth, which is really props to him, but at the same time, this has got to sting. And Grazing Edge not even done, drops the Serpent Wards, has the shot as well, and JBS can't get out of that situation. Too many snakes.
Yeah, and you have to look at this. I mean, Centaur hasn't now TP'd back, but he was just farming the top line.
No, he has the blink. He has the blink.
Yeah, but like, my point is, this Void's having to farm the mid lane because the Centaur's taking kind of what you would call the safe farm on top. And as a
Indeed.
result, Void gets caught, and you know, he is kind of keeping up, but Mort is really the big beneficiary so far. Now PintxoZeuchy
Okay,
looking for a tier
here comes the blink
there's the
reveal. A nice 2-man stun. Where's the backup? The cookie out as well. Mort in a bit of trouble. They don't have chrono to work out. But here is the conundrum, and here is the death ward. Mort managing to get on this situation. Stampy a little late. They managed to take down the CK as well as the Shadow Shaman. And Bear, he's gonna drop for this one. Bananas looking to be next. The wall a little bit late, but they managed to get 4 huge kills. Coalition turning it around again. This is starting to look like a bit of a repeat from game 1. It was looking dire for the side of the Coalition, but with these nice team fights, nice little execution from Creme de la Ukraine, a nice 2-man Who Storm reveal, and like you said, they don't actually have save on the side of PZ. Mort a bit too low and gets caught with his pants down. Ends up tanking a huge death, and big winner of that is just Lupo and Ace, right? They managed to get all those kills and clean those up. And that is big headway towards this Aghanim Scepter that Lupo is most definitely going for.
Yeah, it was a huge chrono by Ace. He gets 3 heroes that, I mean, really the 3 heroes that can sort of keep him out of chrono. It's the
2 supports and the Darkseer, right?
Yeah, the 2 supports and the Darkseer, and also a perfectly placed macro power on all 3, just doing so much damage throughout that chrono. And Ace managed to clean up all 3. Really nice fight from the Coalition, and one they really needed, with PintxoZeuchy knocking on the door of that tier 2. I think the game is still pretty much even. It's by no means sort of a 1 game for the Coalition at this point. But we were mentioning Ace 2k down on the CK, now just 300 behind, going for that BKB next up.
Bananas, he's running around here like a little rat, but it's just a bit. Here comes the blink, pony right in. Can you get the stun off? The jump away from Lupo. Zoo's gonna get himself to safety, but here comes Mort with the damage. The sentry out. They see JBS, but they can't catch him in time. DD on this CK, like you said, and the Centaur, or rather the twin-headed dragon, is gonna melt. Oh, they see Creme de la Ukraine as well. Conundrum time, baby. The Stampede is enough. He's running back into the fight. I don't think that's where you want to be, but the buyback from the Jakiro, they don't have chrono now. This is not when they should be fighting. They need to back off. Lupo trying to do the damage. Okay. Actually jumps in. They could get a kill, but loses vision. Lupo too speedy, and he ends up toggling off. Here comes the Kisses as well. Raining in. Takes out the Shadow Shaman. Bear looking to be next. Here comes the Glimmer. Does Lupo know he's there? Strikes him with the thunder and sees him. Ice Path on the money. And Bear double kill to his name. We talked about the Aghanim Scepter, but he actually goes for the Boots of Travel instead, and that actually gets him out of harm's way. And a Coalition that's starting to rack those up, these kills up. This is a fight, bear in mind, without your Chronosphere.
Now Chrono back up, so you can just look to take the next fight. You did commit the Jakiro buyback, but it's more than worth it there as you find 3 big kills. The biggest of which being the CK, of course.
I mean, we were scratching our heads with regards to why the Centaur was running in, but really, he just bought so much time for his team. Yep. They see the TP in from the CK. In comes Pony Ride with the stun out onto Ace. Where is the follow-up? Disable. It's not there. Grazing Edge. Can't get the touch. Doesn't have the blink just yet. And they're going to TP. Use the Dragon Knight ultimate, and it's not going to amount to anything right now.
Yeah, nice disengage from Coalition. They will want to take this tier 1 mid at some point, but they realize too many heroes TPing in. They get a nice ice path set up on CK so that he can't really initiate. Ace is able to jump away, does not feel baited into using that chrono, and they disengage nicely. And as you mentioned, Elder Dragon form pop. That's a big cooldown that they won't.
Okay,
have.
Grazing Edge and
Grazing Edge
Midas
will
are
pop
finding
back
each
down.
other on the cliff. Here comes Kremlin. You gain two-man stun.
Nice.
Pony Ride getting caught out, but here comes the Coconut doing its work. Grazing Edge starting to get hit away by Ace, but here comes the Vacuum Wall from Bananas, keeping them at bay for now. They're gonna have to contend with these illusions and the wall, but they're gonna be a-okay, not needing to spend any big cooldowns for that kill. They're gonna be happy taking out that Shadow Shaman and looking towards the mid lane next.
That's just really a free pick-off for Coalition.
Yeah, I mean, just walking straight into Vision.
This snap fight, but didn't respect Kremlin Ukraine with the double stun coming through.
Here comes the Ice Path, catches out Bear, the Glimmer out, but they know he's there. Lupo with the strike as well, gonna finish him off, give the Vision. And here comes Mort, popping the ulti, but is that where you want to be? Tries to finish off R, gets it, but there is the Chrono, and immediately there's the damage. Throwing him out, Mort falling a little low, but he's gonna be okay for now. The stomp there from Criminal Ukraine as well as the Stampede. Gonna keep Ace alive and gonna knock down Grazing Edge. The Time War out as well. Ace is a-okay, and Pony Ride is Lotus off up. But at this point, your CK is dead, your Shadow Shaman is dead. This fight is over. You need to back off.
Criminal Ukraine finding, I mean, didn't have the greatest start on this center, but really just finding every single initiation on the money. I mean, it looked like the kill on the CK was no longer viable after they get the vacuum and the shackles onto this shaman, but he just jumps in, finishes him off himself, and allows Ace the space to get back, use the time walk, and still Coalition just losing not much. I mean, they just lose the Snapfire in that fight, and they take 3 with them. It's huge fights for Coalition. Let's put them in the driving seat of this game. 3k lead now for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I really have to wonder, like, as in, this Darkseer, no doubt, he's doing quite a bit in terms of the team fights, but it just sort of feels a bit disconnected. I'm not really sure how he comes into play in these team fights. Yes, he has the combo, but where is the follow-up, right? Like, he vacuums 3 into the wall, but, like, then what? He doesn't have an axe to really empower his CK and DK. It feels like they're lacking a bit of damage. Like, they just can't get the finishing touches. It's really just Mort who's pumping these out. And Bear, even though he's been a big beneficiary of the conundrum that he's been putting out, but it just doesn't, like... It's reached a point where these guys are just way too tanky to deal with. We see the Centaur, really hats off to Creme de la Ukraine, because it's so easy to get conditioned into this whole like, oh shit, I'm maledicted, I need to run, I'm not gonna live. But he has no fear whatsoever, just jumps in and does the deed. Okay, stun out onto Bananas, but you know, he can just surge out. Where's the backup? Ice Path, not in time. I don't think that would have amounted to much, but just scaring that Darkseer out of the lane.
It's an interesting pickup on the Darkseer. One that I noticed was the Lotus Orb. What are you particularly Lotus Orbing this game?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? So like, I guess he's looking for a purge in a way, but like, there isn't really a target. Like, really, it's just Zeus. But at the same time, maybe he just wants like a lower cooldown purge, like for himself. That's the only thing I'm thinking of. Cause like he wants to get rid of the Jakiro spells. He wants to get rid of like the time dilation. I think is the most important one. But I really think you could have just gone for a Greaves to really help your team out here. But
and now going in for the Crimson Guard.
Yeah.
Next, just gonna be the Aura bot in this team.
I don't know whether I agree with that, to be honest. Like, I don't think physical damage is their issue right now.
Yeah.
Alright, here they come. Aghanim Scepter completed on Zeus, and the Chrono up as well. Ace, he's looking for a pick-off, but the entire side of PZ, they know this, they're at the top side.
Yeah, I mean, JBS just went right under the outpost.
Yeah.
So, just sort of circled around it, almost like begging PintxoZeuchy to come
Oh,
fight,
look at me! I'm a poor little twin-headed dragon, just lost in this...
TP.
He's gonna show himself. This could be a mistake. There's the surge. Yeah. Throws out the vacuum as well, but that's Ace ready to finish him off. Oh, is this for me? He says, just knocks him down with the mace. And that's your big team fighter gone. You can't actually fight anymore.
Not respecting. Oh, mass TPs to the top side. They want to fight here.
Oh, but Creme de la Ukraine could get the jump here.
Ace.
The Nimbus.
The Chrono?
Oh.
He got his blink cancelled.
No, I don't think he got it cancelled. I think
it was on cooldown.
It was on cooldown. Yeah, there is Mort with the ult, but he's not gonna have any backup whatsoever. Pony right in with the stun, but it's too late. And the Chrono onto 3. Ace has been an absolute monster in this Chrono so far, and this one is no exception. The nail in the coffin surely for this fight in PZ. And just when things looked like it couldn't get any worse, the Darkseer picked off at the start. The CK first one to fall. In the engagement, they don't even get the tower for it, and they lose all 5. It's a wipe for the side of the Coalition.
These team fights that we talked about the damage in Chrono, but I didn't expect them to execute this well. Every time it's a Chrono onto multiple heroes. There's a Macro Pyre in there as well. And yeah, it just seemed like a bit of a super nice move as well, just all TB up to the top lane. No hesitation, even though you could have maybe taken this tier 2 on bot, they don't want to do that. They want to fight. And as a result, they get the tier 2 top and a 5-0 team.
I think it's if one thing is really showing that, like, I mean, if Coalition here wins here, I think it's really showing that they are the better team today. I mean, well, obviously that's apparent through the games, but I mean, what I think I'm trying to allude to is the fact that they didn't have the easiest starts to these two games, but they managed to play in the perfect way that their lineup is supposed to. They know their game plan, they stick to it, and even though, like, you know, sometimes it's so easy, right? Like, you're the carry and then you see your Centaur taking the safe farm, but this was necessary for Crim de la Ukraine to get his items back and be such a force in these team fights, right? Now, being that immovable object in the front lines, which is what he was supposed to be from the start, didn't have the best initial phases of the game, but now he's at this point, it's so hard for the supports to deal with him.
Yeah, Ace almost to his Lincoln Sphere as well. This is going to be such a nice item. You look at PintxoZeuchy's lineup, a lot of single topic stunts.
They're trying to go in. The cancel out. Bananas throws out a vacuum onto the Centaur instead. They found Ace, but the time wore out in time. Even as the BKB to pop if he needs it, but the self-control from this time faces Void. He doesn't even need to pop the BKB. Lupo, meanwhile, finishes off Pony Ride and Crim de la Ukraine being pulled in, but JBS covers him nicely with an Ice Path. Crim de la Ukraine, can he get out? He has the blink, and yes, he does. Lupo gonna get pulled in, though, to jump away in time. And Bananas can't get the touch. Has the vacuum. Can he get it onto oh no, Ace finally with the BKB, but onto the supports. They're down. And meanwhile, this Darkseer running straight into the clutches of the entirety of the Coalition. They make it look easy. Ace with the self-control on that BKB. What a comp player. That was insane.
It's the self-control, and it's also the faith in your teammates. I mean, getting the Glimmer Cape from R, the cookie away, and just, you know,
the force staff as well.
Saved it for the perfect moment and then just cleans up, even with Chrono on cooldown still.
Yeah, once
and he
again.
still has it available.
And I mean, things are looking real dire for the side of PZ here. 9k gold up at 27 minutes, and Lupo had a relatively untouched early game. Like it all started from that like gank that didn't pan out, right? And then from there he was just able to just keep contributing to these fights, keep getting these kills and racking up that net worth. Has the Axe, Aether Lens, and Boots of Travel completed. And he's such a force in these team fights, just pumping out so much damage.
Roche next on the menu. This is first Roche, but they do it very quickly. Void pumping out a lot of damage. You've got the
Lil Shredder.
Snapfire, Lil Shredder to help speed this up. And yeah, this one gonna be free. Mort is making his way over and has got the Orchid. So we talked about it being a carry item. I didn't think it was a CK item.
Right.
And Ace will take the Aegis.
Yeah, might have been a bit of a mistake, although I'm not really sure what else he gets. But, like, it's kind of made him a lot squishier than you would expect, right? He finally forced to go into this BKB, which I think is so necessary against this team. Now, even though in the draft we said it was a pretty good CK game, this is one of those painful games where CK has to get a BKB. You actually can't fight if you don't have BK. Oh, Crim de la Ukraine spots our Bananas here. Has a surge available, so it's gonna be A-OK Nimbus as well. Yeah, I mean, this Lotus Orb a bit curious for me. But a Lotus Orb completed now on Crim de la Ukraine gonna be so useful against the Shadow Shaman, the DK, CK, as well as the Witch Doctor, just getting rid and reflecting these stuns straight back to the senders.
Lincoln's finished up on Void as well, so gonna be completely immune to at least one of this. Last fight we saw them try and initiate onto him in the mid lane. Not going to be as easy this time.
Absolutely.
He's going to have time to either get the Time Walk off, or if he needs to, BKB, and now with the Aegis as well.
Yeah, I really got to commend Crim de la Ukraine. I feel like he made such an immense comeback in this game. Like, the early stage was so rough, but they played perfectly around their chrono timings. They punished all the overextensions from PZ, and they didn't let like this Darkseer just run around and do whatever he wanted. They made sure to nail him every single time he popped up. And yeah, Bananas, like, this was a second phase Darkseer pick, and I'm just really not feeling the impact of it.
Yeah, no, and I know you feel like maybe question the item build a little bit. Maybe an Axe would have done a little bit more.
I think the item build is where it sort of like fell flat a little bit for me.
But final tier 2 going to be taken by Coalition.
Yeah, they have the Aegis, so they could look towards high ground here. They're gonna grab the shrine. I mean the outpost, but yeah.
Bananas is gonna cut waves, but there's still a wave here that if they can protect it, they can definitely start to knock on the door of that.
Okay, so Bananas does have a blink, so the playmaking potential is increased, right? Ace, you know, he's fine with going, but his team is not really here to support him. They're slowly streaming in. Oh. Pony Ride, slightly, like nice little timeout from Ace to get out of that before Pony Ride could land the stun on him. As the shard as well, reverse timeout.
Yeah, this is a. I mean, Ace doesn't do the most damage in the world, but it's definitely going to be very hard to go on him. He has Lincolns. You're going to put the Lotus Orb on him continually, I think.
Walking out just a little Shredder that has the Solar Crest actually. But they're actually gonna back off. Yeah, I mean, Bananas, he's just being such an annoyance in this like triangle area, right? Just dancing back and forth between the waves. They've decided they want to push out the other waves first and fix it. Oh. Could get a kill to the center Korea. The punch, it's not enough. He blinks forward. Could pay the price for this. Okay, the ice buff slightly off the mark. But here comes, okay. Trying to get the kill out, but Bananas managing to get out of that situation. Here comes Ace though.
Oh, Ace.
Smooth in the time walk, wants to get the pick. Oh, the blink. The surge as well. Bananas. You sneaky man.
Yeah, space created.
Indeed.
No high ground for you. And wasting a lot of time with the egg. It's only now a minute and a half remaining. Probably not enough time to go for another high ground push, it feels like.
Okay, the Ice Shaman does nothing other than literally throw an Ice Blast at you in a way. Oh, they see Mort! Mort! Okay, pops the ulti. Doesn't pop the BKB though. They could chrono him if they want to get him, but there is no way he's getting out of that. That is 2 ultimates dropped on top of his head. And that's straight into...
It's almost like Ace couldn't believe what he was seeing. He time walked in, then time walked out. He was like, that can't possibly be your real CK, could it?
Yeah, it's like, dude, if the CK is there, that means this whole team is there. They backed up, but I mean, that was basically a gift delivered on a platter. And I feel like PZ, they've been a bit flustered this past period. Grazing Edge walking a bit far forward, getting stunned up by Creme de la Ukraine and picked off. That's Shadow Shaman out again, and he buys back, but... Oh, Creme de la Ukraine has the shard as well on that double edge. Increasing his strength for each double edge. Chad?
Yeah.
Okay, Lupo clearing up the wave here.
Wasn't really enough time for a high ground push, but when you find the CK for free, I feel like that might change the circumstances a little bit.
Yeah.
And now looking up towards top lane. They've already found the mid tier 3, and looking to take this top one. I'm surprised they didn't finish off the racks in the mid lane.
Yeah, the drums...
Maybe...
Yeah, I'm not too sure what that was about, but the drums put charge as well just to help them push a bit faster. I think Cat is conveniently
what do you mean drums? That's the Boots of Bearing.
Oh yes. Sorry, he just got that upgrade. I didn't see, but the vacuum wall on the 4. But where's the follow-up? Once again, Pony Ride blinking in with the stun onto the Twin-Headed Dragon. He's trying to slay his counterpart, but there's no damage. The Chrono as well onto the 2-cost mod. He can't touch anybody right now. Grazing Edge trying to come in and do what he can, but getting stunned up. There's the shackles though. This is the shackle onto the Faceless Void, and they managed to get him. The kisses out, finishes off mod, can't walk through the Nimbus, and even though you lose your carry on this Faceless Void, the rest of the side of the coalition still fighting fit. Bear, next one to drop. Creme de la Ukraine finally gets his revenge for all those conundrums earlier on, and Lupo with the high five just taunting away at Bananas. The buybacks coming out. They need to get out of this right now. If they manage to get out and don't lose anyone. But here comes Bananas yet again, the blink in, but no vacuum to speak of, getting stunned up. Ice Buff as well, and this Darkseer is gonna drop to the Nimbus. Mod finally pops the BKB, but no Phantasm to work with. Coconut out, conundrum situation, but glimmered up at the moment. They're trying to fire back into Mod. The jump forward, Lupo is fearless right now on this Zeus, Orchid up, so no lightning coming out for now. Stunned up on this Zeus, but they can't fight into this Nimbus. Here comes the Lotus Sword, reflecting the coconut back straight into their heads. And Lupo, he needs to be so careful. Yo, you're playing with fire here, Lupo. Lupo, get out of here, man. The blink in 2 seconds, the jump out. Creme de la Ukraine finishes off more. Creme de la Ukraine finishes off more. That's 100 seconds without your CK. And now in 18 seconds, when this void is up, you could just end the game here.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't see how it happened, but Creme de la Ukraine has just been my MVP potentially in this game, and we were doubting the Centaur pick. Lane didn't go well, feeding a few kills in the lane, but it's just come back in a huge way, forcing that dieback. And now with the Void back up, I don't think they're in a position to end the game, but you can definitely take some real estate. Maybe even take.
I argue to say Creme de la Ukraine is my MVP for the whole series. He somehow made the most out of that Sand King Snapfire lane even when it wasn't going too well, and his barrel strikes were the things that really set up the fight, right? Because apart from him, who else was okay, there's Park with the Dream Core, but there wasn't really a lot of disable initially for them to start the fight out with, right? PL isn't going to give you that. It was really the Barrel Strikes that made it happen, and this time it's the Host Storms with the Lotus Orb as well, reflecting the spells back at them and really being such a pain in the ass for the side of PZ.
Yep. Okay. Still 35 seconds, no Chaos Knight.
24k gold up. Now, I don't know whether they'll be able to capitalize on this respawn time of the CK, but things are definitely not looking good for the side of PZ right now. They're on their last legs for sure.
Now, this CK is still playing without buyback. Even when he respawns and comes into this fight,
yeah,
he dies once and he's still down for another 90 seconds. So.
Oh, is this Void finishing an Orchid? Is that what I'm seeing? Yes.
Oh,
no, Refresher!
Oh, that's huge.
That's gonna be the nail in the coffin. That's gonna be the nail in the coffin.
Double Lincolns as well is kind of huge in these fast fights where they're trying to get so many.
Dude, Refreshers coming out on the Zeus as well as the Void. They're ready to end this game right now. They don't want a game number 3. They're ready to finish this off. Boots of Bearing, 6 charges available for the push, and they're paying it out. They want to finish it. Yeah, feeling fresh. Yeah, feeling. Is that the name of? No, it's not. Okay. Hey, you got me for a moment there.
I got you.
But yeah, looking towards the high ground, what can they do? Banana still split pushing, so not here for the defense at the moment. The Fortify comes out.
He's got to come back.
Yeah,
he's their main form of initiation at the moment.
And still opting to complete this Vanguard. I don't know how much they'll do. The TP's finally coming out, but Creme de la Ukraine beats him to the punch. The Nimbus out as well. Here comes the stun, but the Chrono onto 2. RO Bear gonna be the first one to drop. Lupo getting caught out by Grazing Edge, but this is not enough damage to finish off the Zeus. The refresh as well, the second Chrono right onto the top of the CK, and it's gonna be game over for sure. Mod, he can't do anything against this Chrono. And Grazing Edge trying to get the last touch onto Lupo. They almost have their hands on the Zeus. They've been focusing him down, but gets the final touch on the Grazing Edge. And Bananas, he's the last one to live. But all he can do is watch his buildings fall. Here comes the tips out, Lupo. Nice little banter back and forth. They managed to get the Zeus, but at what cost?
Yep, and go for the throne.
It's the end of the game. And
you maybe have one more initiation, but...
Yeah.
This is a 1%er right here.
Yeah, look at Creme de la Creme with that strength. 97 bonus strength right now, going absolute brazy. And yeah, this is the game, and this is GG. A vacuum for just to bring them closer to end the game, it looks like. But yeah, I mean, a bit of an unfortunate situation for PZ. It kind of follows the same recipe from game 1 to game 2. They just sort of hit this big game timing where they're dominating, but they can't really push the issue. And the Coalition just outdo them in the mid to late game fights.
Yep. Really nice. Clean 2 games from Coalition. First game was, the PL, and then the second game was a big comeback. Led by Creme de la Ukraine on the Centaur. Huge performance by him. But really all members of Coalition stepping up and delivering 2 extremely nice games. And a deserved series win.
Yeah, and really gotta give a special shout out to, once again, I feel like Creme de la Ukraine, he just busted ass on this. I'm gonna take that back. I feel like everybody on the side of Coalition just played so resilient. That was amazing games.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look at the scoreboard real quick. Dude, look at the graph. Things look so decent for them early on, and then it just kind of dips.
That's rough.
Yeah, that's tough.
So I'm not sure what this. I don't have the bracket in front of me, so I'm not sure if this was a.
I don't know where to find
the
bracket.
Low bracket semi-finals. So, Coalition moving on to the low bracket finals, and PintxoZeuchy. Unfortunately, this is the end of their run, but I think they can be proud of what they've achieved.
Yeah,
a good fight in this one.
I think PZ historically, PZ historically, like the thing I've heard about them over and over is that they're just like I don't know. I think they're like, they just are such a chaotic team, right? And we see that in their play as well. But unfortunately, that's not going to take them the distance this time round. Coalition are going to best them, and that puts an end to what have been a pretty long 3-game series. It kind of ends up like chop chop, right? Like follows the same recipe throughout. Like nice little early game lead. PZ come out of the lanes like all guns blazing, but they kind of take one team fight or two team fights that see them overextending, not respecting the blink review from Creme de la Ukraine, and that ends up being their demise.
Yep. But hopefully, Pinkto will be back next season. I certainly hope to be playing against them. Very fun team. That's a nice